You ready?
Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Tell the people
so I
them to
guess,
get
are
ready.
you ready? Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready.
All right. So, I don't even have words to introduce our guest tonight.
Wait,
I'm going to say that-
you used to who full up mouth like dictionary? No, sir.
Yeah, for real.
No, tonight, me speechless, me not lie. Like, I am so overwhelmed. But the person who is the subject of this book, The Incredible Life of the World's Fastest Man, Ben Johnson, is in a wonder.
Welcome. Welcome to one Ben Johnson.
Welcome,
Yes.
Ben.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I have to say, before we begin, you were so kind to me during this entire process that I would just like to say thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So, welcome to the Mix Up Show. So many things to talk about. I'm going to start from the beginning. So, you came to Canada around 14, I think, age 14.
14.
And I guess at age 15, you got interested in track.
Correct.
What made you, like, what was the thing that you were like, I want to do that. I want to run like that.
Because that was the only thing in this world I love to do and can do. And as a young age, I found my true destiny. It was track and field.
That is amazing. So I guess you would go to the track and watch people running and things and kind of get involved that way?
Apparently, I was running track and field with my school, and I came home with a couple gold ribbons. And my brother asked me, do you win this? I said, yes. And then he asked me about my time I run. And I told him, I said, that's pretty good. And then he said that if he wants me to come to his club. And I said, yes. As a young kid, I was very excited.
So your brother was a runner too?
Yes, he was much older than me and faster than me.
Oh, wow.
What?
So this is genetic.
Genetics. Even my
Love it.
sister
So-
was fast.
Oh, really? So did your parents do any track as well?
My father and mother never run a yard in their life.
Wow. Oh, that's wild. So it's just your brother started, your sister started, and then you started.
Yes,
And your brother introduced you to Charlie Francis.
correct.
And then he was your coach for
On my career.
a very long, your entire career. All right, let me ask you this. With Charlie as your coach, and he coached you throughout your entire career, and now you do coaching as well, and you're a businessman. What principles that Charlie taught you have you now taught your prodigies or students?
Well, I do have the discipline and the courage and the motivation and the focus and the drive and to change whatever needs to be changed to make myself get better. Most of these days, when you ask these kids to change a few things, they have no idea what you're talking about because they don't pay attention. And if you can change something, if you don't know something, you can't change it. Simple as that.
True. Very true. So how do you overcome those roadblocks?
In the faith of my faith, and I believe these things that was going to happen in my career as an athlete. So I prepare myself for the worst.
Listen, you've been through so much that, jeez.
Well, my mom told me this before she passed away, that these things gonna come to pass. So she
Really?
kind of helped me to prepare myself for the worst.
Oh wow. So how old were you when she said this to you?
That was 36 years ago.
Back in '88.
88 when I claimed that I test positive.
You know, let's go to '88. All right. So I remember like watching the race. I remember hearing my mom scream her head off as you ran. By the way, she says hello.
Thank you.
Um, but when I look at it now as an adult, Ben, you had a lot of swag back then. Like you just carried this presence with you. Like you had the gold chain, you had the jewelry, you had the these, like you were built. So do you feel like people looked at you and they were just intimidated, like, yo, this guy, he could take our girl, he could take the gold, we gotta like quiet this guy?
Well, you got it right. For a black man to be on that stage, making lots of money and endorsement, and uh, people have great love for me, and I feel the same way about them, and they didn't want me to mingle with their other associates, so to speak. So they try to bring me down. They call it jealously.
Oh, big time. Because yeah, like I said, I watched, and I have to tell you this. As a kid, I had very bad asthma, but you made me want to run. And I made sure I had the bent hands when I was running. But you made an asthmatic want to run, right?
Yes.
So you just had that presence. So I'm not surprised at what happened.
I know, but they're trying to intimidate me, and it doesn't work. They came at me different ways, through the court system, through the government, and I'm still here.
Yes.
That's right.
And thriving. I mean,
Yes.
you've coached some big names, right? Let's talk about the government for a second. We'll do it in a nice way. Because boy, people have got work come on and everything. But I thought about this as a kid watching this stuff happen to you and hearing my parents talk, who are first generation, like they emigrated to, they came here from Jamaica too. Do you think that if you had ran for Jamaica and these things happen, would the government have treated you differently than the Canadian government did?
Well, it never happened, so it's very hard to answer a question because I came to Canada when I was 14. That's 1976. I immigrated, but track and field was not so big until I came on the scene. Then it was a rivalry between Carl Lewis and Ben Johnson, America and Canada. And America doesn't think that anyone outside America can beat them.
Yeah.
But to answer your question is, I believe that if I was in Jamaica, things would be a little bit different. But again, the World Athletics, they have their hands on every nation in the country when it comes to track and field. So you never know who was against me or who was for me. So you can say that I was at the wrong place at the wrong time, but that was my time to shine. But I didn't care.
I get it. So you're just like, I'm in the spotlight, I'm just going to run with it.
Yes.
Pun intended. um, Okay, so with the rivalry between Canada and the USA, do you think that influenced how you were treated in terms of Canada?
Yes, I think Canada was not ready for my success, and everything happened so fast, so quickly that I just burst on the scene, and all this, the glory and the Olympic Games and the World Championship, and traveling and running all over the world, it was overwhelming. And also, I beat out lots of great athletes at the time for one of the top trophies in the world. Like when Gretzky, I win the Lou Marsh Trophy 3 times in a year,
Wow.
85, 86, 87. And I win the Jesse Owens International Trophy. Was very tough to win because back in those days you have basketball, you have boxing, Tyson, you have Michael Jordan, you have Schumacher racing car, you have golf, you have all those people could have win the Jesse Owens Award, and I win that.
That's huge. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
What was that moment like?
Well, it was good because as a young kid growing up and you train so hard and get yourself on top of the mountain and then see all the work that pays off. Almost 15 years as tremendous training, and then in a second somebody push you up the mountain.
Wow. Do you have it? Do you have that trophy with you?
I have it, but not really right now. If you'd have told me this, I would have showed you the trophy.
Oh, I know. I didn't even know that.
It's very big.
Maybe you
It's
can
very
send us
big
a
and heavy.
picture. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah, if you can send us a picture, or even if you have a picture of yourself with it, we can put it on our social media for you because that's huge.
Yes, I have
And
a
what
picture
year
of
was
it.
it that you won that?
1987 into
87.
88. Yeah.
And how old were you
Long
at the time?
26.
26. So when all this went down, you were still a baby.
That's right. Yeah. To deal with the whole world.
Yeah. Did you feel like, okay, let me ask you this. When you were going through all of the stuff after, did you have a good support system, Ben?
My greatest support was my mom. She understands. She know what happened, and she gave me all the loving and caring. And my sister was also there, also to share some love and caring too, and trying to protect me. But in the end, I'm the one who have to go through all this sacrificial pain and suffering that they pose on me.
Yes, it was a lot. Um, is there a specific year where you're like, okay, it felt a little better, it didn't feel as much as a pressure cooker, or is it still the same?
It's still the same because even to this day, I'm still trying to climb myself out of the hole that they put me in. And it's been,
In what way?
well, normally when you are amateur athletes, you have a trust fund that all your earning would go into the trust fund, and when you finish track and field, you will get that money out, but you only come out when you pay taxes on it. When you withdraw it, you pay tax on that money. So they saw an angle where they can make money for themselves. So they spend my money among themselves, pay themselves, invest my money, and take it, most of it. And these are the same people that were denying me of me making the Canadian team back in my early years of development.
Oh my gosh.
So you can see the pattern all those years until the time I finished track and field.
Yeah. So it was
So
like a target.
say it wasn't easy.
That's insane.
Wow.
And then I was reading in the book, so you have to pay fees to show up. Like when you, in 91, when you went to Hamilton, you had to pay a fee to run?
No, I didn't have to pay the fee to run. They paid me a fee to show up to compete. That's how come I make my living.
Oh, okay. I read that wrong. All right. I thought because I thought I read that they charged you $10,000 to be able to run. And I
No,
was like, that's wild.
A lot of money.
It's a lot of money. So how do you go about getting back the money that they stole? Like, do you have to just write it off?
I just read it off, but it's going to come into a different way. That's something I can't share right now,
Right.
but it's in the works.
So you're working on it.
Yes.
Seen. I like that.
Yeah.
I have to say, like, you have so much perseverance.
Well, you know, we are Jamaican, and we are warrior. We are the Shanty tribe. We are the Maroon Indians. So we don't fear nobody.
Love it. We don't fear nobody.
That's right.
Yeah. It's like, you can't beat me. Oh. I know I talk a lot. Do my hosts have anything they want to say or ask?
Well, like I was saying to Ben earlier today, he probably doesn't remember because this is like maybe 30 something years back. But it just goes to show that what an impression that he's left on us, and maybe he doesn't know that, but or he doesn't remember. But me and Ben, we lived in the same building, and I remember that I think I was in like grade 3 at the time, and Ben used to all time early morning when we're going, like, you know, just getting prepared to go to class in the morning and in the evening. Ben was running around that track.
Just in the
And
back
like-
of the building, right?
We had no idea at the time.
We
And let me
was.
tell you, like, yo, when Ben went to the Olympics, and we didn't business about none of that stuff.
Yes.
The negative one. It was just like, yo, somebody from the block came out and made it, and yo, you know, much man. Like after that, you know, he just left that impression on us that, like, yo, we could do something with our lives.
For
We can-
real.
yeah, we can be positive with our lives, and, you know, and do something. So
I love that.
yeah, so, you know, big you up, brother.
There-
Ben, bless.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
There's a next issue I want to bring up. When I
Okay.
went to Brampton for my reinstatement, the judge decided she's not going to allow me to not say run again, just to clear my name, so I
Yeah.
can make a living and move on in my life. She said that I come to my findings, and we're not going to allow you to go back to take any steroids, so you can be concerned about your life. When since the government concerned about my life, Ben Johnson's life. So
Yeah.
what they were saying in their own language, that as a black man, they're not going to give my license back to move forward to make a living. This is what they're saying.
Imagine that. Wow.
Oh, wow. So they literally crippled you. Was this a hearing that they didn't allow you to come to?
Yes. Well, no, I went there. I went to the hearing, but this is what they said to me, that Ben Johnson didn't get reinstated. So it was all over the news. But I know what they were doing all along. But the media run with it and broadcast it all over Toronto, Canada.
That's crazy. Is there a way to, like, I mean, I don't even know if it's too late now, but was there a way for you to I forget the word, where you want to fight that decision?
Well, like I said, there's different things going on. I have my lawyer in Europe doing something that I can't discuss too much, but everything's going to be okay.
Love
Um,
that.
my mom said this, that all the things that they took away from me, I will get it back. And as life goes by and as I get older and older, I keep on saying to myself, Mom said this gonna be okay, everything's gonna be okay. And then after a sudden, things start to fill in the cracks and make headway. And here we are after 15 years.
15 years later.
15 years.
Wow.
Not say 15 years later, but 15 years since things start to
Yeah, since
make the turn
wow.
to come to this point
Oh,
in my
okay.
life.
So over the last 15 years has been improving slowly but surely.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. I'm that makes me very happy. You know. Um, all right, so let's talk about those years before the 15 years. How did you survive?
Well, it was very difficult. I lost my mother 2004 September, and I take care of my sisters, nephew, and nieces. Uh, I was their father of the home, and I even buy houses, and I didn't have a bed to sleep in. I want to make sure that my family was taken care of. That's the type of person I am. So so many years has gone by, and yes, it was difficult because my mom passed away sudden, and I started to figure to myself how the hell I'm going to survive. And then after I moved into this new home in Markham by myself, it was so peaceful and quiet. I didn't have to hear any noise with the kids and so forth. It was just nice to be alone. And I didn't know how to cook. And I buy all this food, and I called my friend and said, Dylan, how do I make this? And he said, okay, put this and put that together, and able to feed myself and buy my food and everything. So now I'm a chef now.
You're
But
a chef
again,
now.
I don't cook very often because I don't have the time. So I mostly buy my food and eat and take it home, and yeah.
What's your favorite food to make?
Well, I have food allergies now, so I be careful what I eat. So I like chicken and rice and lots of vegetables and salad. Yeah.
Okay,
You still eat
that's good.
your
And
ackee and sawfish?
what? So when I was living by myself, I was so depressed. I was out of it. I remember my food, and I had nothing to drink with, and I would just rush out the house, go to LCBO, buy a bottle of wine, come back, and drink it all off, and then didn't even wasn't even drunk, and this was doing for several weeks, and then I said to myself, "What am I doing? Mom didn't want this," and I just quit turkey since 2008. Haven't ever drink since, and so that's the stress that been happening. Not because what really happened to me, but I lose my mother, the person that I really love and care for,
Yeah.
and all my great success, the hard work, the pain and suffering through my career, it was from my mother to make sure that she have a good life.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's hard when you lose your person, eh?
Yeah.
What other ways did you cope?
Well, I cope by just I'm a loner. I I like to stay by myself, and I can make myself happy. So I'm okay with that. Yeah,
Do you think that I find like there's some similarities between us, like the depression, the drinking, things like I went through that stuff. Being alone in the house and bawling your eyes out. You didn't say you were, but I was. You know, um, but I really love being alone now. Do you think that that's like a defense mechanism?
no, I do believe that you have to do things that make you happy and feel more comfortable. And sometimes, yes, you might want to have some people around, and then sometimes you want to have your own space. And we are human; we will feel that way sometimes. But it's good to be alone and do your own thing.
Yeah, that's when you can create your best things for yourself, like
Yes.
for your path. If you could do anything differently, from the age of 15 till now, what would you have done differently?
I couldn't do anything differently. That's my true destiny. That was the gift the Lord gave me, and I use it in a positive way.
Well said. Well said.
I do believe that there's a lot of people that have learned from what happened, and they will do things otherwise, and not do things in Canada, but they go outside of the country and do very well because they have learned what this country have done to Ben Johnson over the years.
Yeah.
So I'm the guy who paid the price for everybody else wrongdoing.
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about that. Soul, 1988, 9.79. Carl comes in at like 9.9 something, I think.
Slow.
9.93.
9.92. He cries foul, and all of a sudden now these people swoop down on you. But it's found that he also has stuff in his system. Why does he get to keep his gold? Or take your gold, sorry.
Well, number one, he's American, and American take care of the athletes. American also one of the biggest sponsor for the World Athletics. So they're gonna be protected. Canada didn't have no power at all in this area. There's a lot of people also want power, but they didn't have that situation to move forward.
I understand. I was thinking that the big bad wolf has spoken, so now they get what they want.
Yes.
Because really, like, if you think about it, if they, I'm not even gonna say that. It's okay, because I refuse to say anything that would, I believe in whatever you put out in the universe is there. So I'm just gonna say, you'll get your retribution for sure.
Well, my mom shared that dream many years ago, told me about it. So, and I do believe it to this day that everything's gonna be okay. And if I don't live to enjoy it, my 3 grandkids would enjoy it.
Yes, I love that. So then there's never a point where you would think that it's too late. It doesn't matter at this point.
Never too late.
Never too late. I love that. So the media was not the best to you, but one journalist, Mary Ormsby, the author of this book, showed you love, and realized the injustices. Did she hang out with you basically for the last 36 years?
She came around in 1987 when I was in Monte Carlo for a track meet. Our boss sent her over there to have an interview with Ben because the other guy that they wanted to send, he was afraid of me and I didn't like him very well. So maybe came over and we talk, and ever since that day we become friends, and she be writing and follow my career and writing some good article about me over the years. So she understand everything. So even 1988 at the Soul Lab with the documents, everything was all wrong. My name, a lot of scratches, a lot of different writing, and they locked me away for 30 years. So that means if I get this result sometime later, everything is gone because of the time limit.
Oh, statutes of limitations?
Yes. So this was all planned.
Oh, I understand. Because I guess the Americans wouldn't be able to save face if a Canadian ran the world, literally.
Yeah. But my greatest fear was not to test positive one day. It's for my life, because I know what they can do to put something in my food or my drink or to poison me just to get rid of me. And then they did that. So when this news break to me back in 1988, was nothing new. I know this was coming.
Wow.
And I was thinking about it. I mean, if it had been the case where you slipped up, quote unquote, slipped up, why would you do it at the Olympics? That makes no sense, right? You would have been your most diligent at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Right?
The amount of drugs that they find in my system, it was enough to kill me. It just so happened that my body breaks it down very quickly. Yeah.
Is that due to the training?
No, because of the sabotage, the drugs that they pose on me.
Yeah, but you're saying your body broke it down really quickly. So was your body able to do that because of all the training that you did?
No, just because of my body just break it down very quickly, and most of them you urinate it out, and you know.
I get it. Wow, you just blew me away with that.
Just because of money, money, money and power.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
They were losing. There's, you have to understand this, that this was bigger than you can ever imagine. I was a small fish in the pond. So there's nothing I could have done to avoid this. These same people, they're police, judge, and jewelry. You can't beat those guys.
You can't beat them.
No.
Wow. I love how your spirit is so like positive despite going through all of that.
Yeah. Well, I tell you the truth. I give up about maybe, I would say maybe just before COVID. And it just, Jesus Christ is just carrying me away. The rest of the way.
Yeah.
I've done my part. He's carrying me.
He's carrying you now.
Yeah.
Wow. But I believe that. Do you know what you made pop into my head? You know that that poem Footprints?
Yeah.
So do you feel like now is the single footprints that you're seeing in the sand is Jesus carrying you?
That's
at
right.
This point?
Yes.
Wow. That's huge. Well, I mean, you're in the best arms ever.
Yeah, they try everything.
You know. Oh wow.
I don't, and they don't like it because now I will exposing them, and they don't like it.
Yeah. So do you fear for your life?
Eh?
Do you
No,
fear for your life?
no. I just want to make sure I get what was belongs to me, what they took away.
Yeah.
In another way, they don't took nothing away from me. They just slow me down.
Yeah.
That's all they did.
I was thinking about this too. Do you think that all the things that you went through could have been a form of protection in a way?
And
Because okay, let me explain. So like let's say the drug testing came back negative. Now you have 9.79 on record, fastest man alive or fastest man in the world. All the things that would have came with that. Do you think it would have taken you down like a weird path, or do you think you would have been okay?
I'd be okay because I don't. I meet a lot of people every day, and you can see the love and the happiness in their eyes. And up until this day, I cherish these things. So I'm the same person doing okay. I'm the same person doing bad. Nothing have changed. Money doesn't change me. Uh, I'm still the same person. If money was changing me, I would have killed myself a long time ago because I lost so much money that you even think of. I could worth about maybe $500 million or maybe more
Wow.
because all those money could have been invested in properties and other things and land. But
Yeah.
hey, we're born with nothing, we die with
We
nothing.
leave with nothing.
That's right.
Yeah. So true. That's wild. Um, let's see what the audience has to say. All right. So Sweet Voice Jada says, "Can't stand Carl Lewis. He's a crybaby. He really is. Like, my gosh.
I forgot there was an audience.
Yeah. That means you're comfortable. I love it.
He was well in.
Oh, that means I did my job. You see, 10 or 1, I did my job.
I
I
didn't
did
know
my
that.
job.
I said one time 10-1.
Uh-oh.
Uh, this is live, Ben. He'd be like, don't catch the replay. Don't go back and catch the replay. It's okay. We'll file that under, never mind.
Mm.
All right. So, Delightful says, big up Ben, original Kill Street Breda.
Yes.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, good.
sorry,
things
my
come
eyes
out
kind of
from
act
people's
wonky
life.
sometimes. Oh, okay. So, all right. Sweet Voice Jade is asking, how or when did Ben get into coaching?
I've been
When did you
coaching
get
now
into
for
coaching?
the last, just before my mom passed, so just before 2000. 1998 when I went to Libya to coach Gaddafi's son and Maradona. I started coaching
That's
then.
right. You were coaching Maradona as well.
Yeah.
If I tell my cousin that, he's gonna lose his mind. All right. So Sweet Voice Jada also says, what is his business he's involved in, or does it have to do with coaching?
I do some coaching just to keep busy and trying to give back to society, to the kids. But I meet some people and we are doing the Ben Johnson brand clothing line because in 1987, after the World Championship in Rome, I have my own clothing line with Deodora. And that's the reason why I test positive. Not because of what I was doing, it's because other shoes company didn't want this company to be number one brand in the world. So this is what happened.
Oh, Ben, you were too powerful.
Yes. So
Jeez.
I want to bring it back, and I know they're still watching me, but I don't care. I want to say you can't stop a good man.
Because you can't keep a good man down. That's just let's say.
So this is what I'm going to achieve in a very short time.
Well, I need you to promise me something. When you open up your clothing line, will you come back and talk about it with us?
Yes, I will.
I love that. I have the biggest stupid grin right now. I'm so happy. It's funny because talking to you, you have opened up so much other angles that I never thought of, right?
Yeah.
The power, the stuff that people had at stake.
And the reason why, when I was doing my Diadora designing, and they asked me which color you want to use, I used the Jamaican color.
Uh-oh.
And
Well, Ben, you're candidate.
I'm gonna show you one of the colors, and that's why the clothing line, like Nike, Puma, Adidas, A6 Tigers, they don't like it because the color was beautiful. So this is one of the shirt
Oh, I like that.
from Diadora, one of my clothing line with the black and gold.
I take extra large.
And this was the logo on it.
Oh, that's wicked.
So you see a little bit of history of what they did because of that.
Wow.
And I want to show you again. This is Diadora, the name. And then, and this was one of the Ben Johnson clothing line. So you're seeing that for your own eyes. So
Oh my God.
that was the problem in Seoul.
Oh, because Ben, you were gonna explode, and they couldn't manage that.
They couldn't manage that exactly.
Oh wow! You just give me pure goosebumps, Ben. No man. Wow. Oh my gosh. Sweet Voice Nigga says, Angie, he can do that. Canada Dashimwe. Yeah, that was one of the things I remember when I was younger. My mom was like, oh, first the headline said Canadian Ben Johnson. And then it said Jamaican born Ben Johnson. And then it said Jamaican Ben Johnson.
Well, I'm gonna be going on the social talk show in about the end of July. I know this topic will come up, and the people mentioned that the sports minister at the time saying that Ben Johnson should go back to Jamaica. Well, guess what? I've been here over 400 years. My ancestors built this country.
Yeah.
So if anybody has to go back to their country, it will be him.
100%. Yo.
Yeah.
It sure goes to show the liberty some of them people will take with people, eh? Wow.
And
Yeah.
I'm not free to talk. I'm taken like it is, and this is why they don't like me, because I speak my mind.
Which is funny because in the media they portrayed you as somebody who doesn't really talk.
Well, normally I don't really talk unless it makes sense. Well, it's making sense now. It's my time to talk because I've been waiting for this moment now for 36 years. So it's my time. I can't keep holding this thing all these years. It's not good. I have to bring it
No,
out.
yeah,
So the time is right. It's my time.
I love that. Sweet Voice Jada asks, where does the name Diodora come from?
Italy, Italian shoes company.
Oh, okay. All right. So she also says, I was so mad, I guess, about them going from you being Canadian to you being Jamaican. So she says, I was so mad about that whole thing when they changed it to Jamaican born from Canadian.
Glad you brought that up.
Glad you brought it up. Oh, she's glad we talked about that. Yeah, because that was disrespectful. Actually, this whole thing that happened to you was disrespect.
Big time.
Well, this is racial. I mean, we know that slavery exists, but it didn't. It's just because of that. It's the politics they play in this area to separate people,
Yeah.
and all people are one. All people are equal. So
Yeah.
that's what I believe in. That's what I am.
So with your own clothing line, that would have been like you own it as opposed to like you being sponsored by someone. Is that correct?
Yes, I will own it. Yeah,
Ah,
to a certain percentage.
it all makes sense now. It all makes sense. So let's talk about
We have
coaching.
we have a question. Sorry, Angie,
From
before
Delightful.
you from Mr.
Yeah,
Delightful.
oh, yes. Oh, actually, yes, that's a very good question. Delightful is asking, what is your relationship with Donovan Bailey and Andrea DeGrasse?
Donovan Bailey, we don't like each other. Number
Oh,
one.
shoot.
Um, when he won the 1996 Olympic Games, he called me just a few days before and said that these guys are playing mind games with him. What should I do? I tell him, you got to do this, you got to do that. Don't worry about it. They're trying to get you not to focus on the race, trying to get all the energy, losing all the energy, and not focus. So I tell him what to do, and he came out and win the race. And after that, he win the race. Just after that, he mentioned that they mentioned my name, and he said that the Canadian Federation, the government should not let Ben Johnson come back to compete again because he was afraid of me coming back to took away the limelight from him. So ever since then, he don't like me. So we are the same people from the same country trying to make something in this country, and this guy's taking bread and butter off my table. And this been going on for many years through our black culture. That's
That's a
Yeah,
shame.
crabs in a barrel type of thing.
For real.
yeah.
That's a shame.
The dust.
It's funny
Degrassi.
because
Um, oh man. I should have said this, but I'm going to say it. One of my people that I worked with in Europe met him briefly, and he said that I know quite a thing about Ben Johnson, and he says that he doper, and then my,
Oh my
people
God.
asked me about, tell me about it, and then I put it on Facebook, and it was going crazy. But you know, he's a young kid. He doesn't understand. But even if he doesn't understand, he's doing the same thing that I was doing. He's
Yeah.
just trying to make himself like he's clean or he's okay, but he's not.
he's
That's
not.
the.
He's pulling a Carl Lewis.
It's a this track and field business is a very dirty game. You know, they pick and choose who they want to target, and that's about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's insane.
But many people that come across me, I don't know why. My mom's always said that I'm a very special person. and I'm still don't believe it up until this day.
You are.
But my mom said that anybody that come across you or do anything bad, they don't make it. I don't know.
Yeah, you're highly blessed.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and highly protected, I would say,
Hmm.
because the way how they dragged you back in the late '80s and over the last 36 years or whatever. I mean, really, Ben, you shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
You know, and you definitely shouldn't be coaching PK Subban and Maradona and doing all these great things. Definitely not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When I
And
was,
to
when,
be, sorry, go on.
I'm gonna tell a story, but this really happened. My mom said to me just before she died, she said to me, I'm gonna go somewhere far away to do some coaching, something across the water. And I said, yeah, when's gonna happen? So I said, the time will come and you will know. And I'm waiting. And then I get a phone call to my manager, and he was coaching Gaddafi, the son.
Wow.
So we set up the plans, the date to leave. The old media pick it up, meet me at the airport. At least I would say 20 media. And they ask me, aren't you afraid to go over there? You know, these people are terrorists and they do a lot of crazy things, and do you say for your own safety? I said, no. I said, these are my people. They invite me to come there to show my experience and coaching his son back to fitness. And not only that, I'm making a living doing what I do best. I'm here in Canada for so many years. I don't make any money here. So what am I doing here? So I went over to Libya off and on for 3.5 years. And when was the downfall with Gaddafi, and the
Yeah.
government knows that I was dealing with them, the RCMP calls me that he wants to talk to me. Let's say, talk to me about what? Oh, you are the friends with Saudi, and I want to know what your relationship with is. I said, I don't have to talk to you. If you don't talk to me, we go to my lawyer. Otherwise, leave me alone. And I said to them, listen, I don't care who you are, what you are, where you come from. Can't intimidate me. I know you are. I'm not afraid of you. Just leave me alone. And ever since, my phone been bugged for almost 10 years, 10, 13 years. And my nickname is Paris. They give me the nickname Paris.
Paris.
So they bug my phone to ask me what I'm talking about or who I'm talking to and anything like that. So they want to get me as much as they can, but they can't. They tried all different ways.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. They have a thing for this phone bugging, man.
Yeah. So if anything happened to me at the airport by anything with drugs, anything like that, it's not my wrongdoing, it's them. I just want to mention that, because just like I didn't mention it before, that these things will happen to me in my life where I'm going to test positive. So they're going to come at me. I know that.
Wow. Is there a way to avoid it, Ben?
No, you can't. You can't avoid it.
That's crazy. There was a passage in this book. By the way, when you talk to Mary Ormsby, tell her this book is amazingly written.
Yes, I will tell her.
The book has me away. Like, I don't want to put it down.
I heard that when someone read the first chapter, they can't put it down until it's finished. So
Yeah.
that's wonderful to know that.
Yeah, this book is really like people go on Amazon and get this book.
Get a
And
copy.
it's not expensive. And you get a hardcover. Like I'm a book junkie, right? This is a hardcover book. Like go get this book. It's so like it makes you feel like you're there. Like I'm in a room watching these conversations and just like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. But she said something I wanted to say. Had Johnson been able to keep his Olympic gold, he'd be just another tainted champion on a growing list of world class sprinters with doping histories and Olympic medals. Of the sole 100-meter finalists, Carl Lewis, winner of 4 golds in 1984, was absolved of stimulant infractions weeks before he was awarded the 1988 gold. Linton Christie tested positive for the steroid mandrolone in 1999, 7 years after racing to Olympic 100-meter gold in Barcelona, and 11 years after narrowly avoiding a stimulant violation in Seoul, where he earned a silver. And Dennis Mitchell retained his Barcelona bronze after high testosterone levels were detected in his 1998 urine sample. And it's not only late 20th century sprinters on this list. American Justin Gatlin, for example, failed 2 drug tests in 2001 and 2006 and won Olympic medals, gold in 2004, bronze in 2012, and silver in 2016, before and after serving his 4-year doping ban from 2006 to 2010. So now talking to you, I don't really think that any of these people would have had the wherewithal to build the empire that you were building.
Well, I do believe that the word athletics, um, I think they're trying to play with my mind and my head by allowing these people to compete again, get my medals and so forth. But that doesn't bother me. I know what my future is, and my goal is, and whatever they took, as my mom would say, I'll get it
You'll get
back.
it back. Yeah,
The gold medal that Carl Lewis has is not his,
is yours.
it's mine. And the one that they give him is not mine. My gold medal is with the World Athletics. And I believe that, as my mom say, I will get it back.
Mm-hmm.
And when I do get it back, I'm going to hopefully put it on the action block.
Oh, you don't even want it.
No, I don't want it. I never have it. I only have it for 24 hours. So I can't miss something I didn't have. So by me saying this, I said that on the radio station on Flow many years ago. And I'm saying this now again. If and when this time comes, I will use that money, bring the money in Jamaica for the kids in my town in Falmouth, Jamaica, so they can benefit from that.
Well
And
said.
that gold medal going to start at $5 million.
That's amazing. How often do you go back to Jamaica?
I'm going back next month.
Boy, I'm gonna go to jail. Not lie.
and
If you need
and
someone to
back in
carry your luggage, I can carry your luggage for you.
even back in 1988, I want to do something very big in my town in Jamaica, but they put the cuff on the chain on my hands and my feet. So so the kids back in that year lost a great opportunity, but they always have the young generation coming up who can
Yes.
benefit from that. And and before I'm dead, I want to make sure that those kids in my area, in my town, get something.
I love that.
That's my heart.
Speaking of Jamaica, do you talk to Usain Bolt?
Uh-oh.
Oh, Oops.
This thing too sensitive. We don't like each other.
All right, sorry. Oh,
No, no.
why Ben?
Really don't forget
Well,
that.
Yo, what?
I can say that I paved the way for all, not only Jamaican athletes, for the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for me, they know they didn't know how to run fast by training program, peak at the right time, and do everything. Nobody knew.
And do everything
That's
properly.
why that's why I was the only one back in my day to run 9.8 or 9.7. Nobody couldn't do that because they didn't have the knowledge to do that. That's why Charlie Francis, my coach, and myself, and Valdemar is a Polish regeneration specialist. We have a good team. We work magic. And that's the reason why they
Wow.
couldn't beat me.
Yeah, because I mean, on the track, you were the only one that was like built.
Well, I was built, but I was very flexible. And people can say, how come this guy this big and run so fast? But we have the secret, the flexibility, the power, the speed, the endurance, and my mind was very strong. Just like it was off the track. Even now, all these 36 years later, mentally and physically, yeah, sometimes I get breakdown, sometimes, but I came back up.
Yeah, but you're human, so I mean, you know. Let's talk about training for a second, and let me know. Listen, we could keep going, so you let me know when you want to stop.
I can talk to you tomorrow.
Oh my
You got
goodness!
two good match.
You know what? Is it okay if we talk till
Don't-
10 on
tomorrow?
1. Let's take a
Don't,
nap.
Ben,
10 on
don't
1.
give her that opportunity. Jesus have his mercy. Don't.
Time to take a nap.
No.
10 on 1.
Ben, this him chat too much, you know.
Yeah.
Then we can't go all night.
I could literally keep going. I have so many questions in my head, right? I've been
Well,
chasing
well,
Ben for
listen.
over 2 years.
Listen, the question was asked several times. If I was in my prime and the rest of the sprinters in their prime with this two new technology that they're running now, they couldn't beat me. And I said, yes, they can. Not even close.
Yeah.
So some people got it wrong and say, well, I run this time, you run that time, so my time is faster than yours. But look on the technology of improving in
Right.
36 years,
That's
Yes.
true.
So
That's true.
that's the difference.
My money's on
Because
Ben.
you said, yeah, because I was watching the interview where you said the tracks now are faster.
Much faster.
So that's just what they make. That's what they make it from.
Excuse me?
Like, what makes a track faster?
It's the material.
Yeah, the
And the
materials
rubber.
and the
The
composition.
tighter the rubber is the faster the track is. So you cannot train on that track. If you train on the track for 6, 7, 8 weeks, you mash up your shins and you get all kind of back problem because it's too hard. This is only for racing. That's why all these guys running like fast times because everybody makes money. The coaches, the staff, the sponsors, World Athletics, everybody makes money. It's a money game.
So you have a greater chance of being injured during a race than during your training.
That's right. Yeah.
Interesting. What's your favorite body part to train? Is it the legs? Like that's the obvious, but is that your favorite?
My favorite was my legs bench press. Yeah, I bench over 420 pounds.
What? Sorry.
Goodest, come back. Goodest, come back.
I know he just knocked me into like Jupiter.
Hey, I got the Indian blood in me, and I got the Spanish blood. My mother's from Cuba, so I have that blood in me. I heard that most of my uncles was very, very strong. Yeah, so I get it from them.
That makes so much sense. I wasn't ready, Ben. Oh my goodness. All right, so we'll do one last sweep. Any questions from the audience? Any questions from my co-hosts? Speak now, or you have to wait till Ben comes back.
I'm good. You did a lot.
I don't know, but chat too much, you know.
But he got me watching track and field still.
Oh, Ben got you into track and
Yeah,
field.
when I see Canadian will start winning, it's like we have a shot.
Yes.
We're doing something positive.
Yes. But Mr. Houdini, you play hockey. Ben trains hockey players.
Yeah, did
Yeah.
you know that?
No, I did not know.
Did you know that?
I was surprised.
No, I didn't know.
To see the.
Ben, can you tell them what you told me today about training?
Well, normally I don't go on the ice and train hockey players. This is conditioning for mindset because 90% is all mental in any sport. So I train them on flexibility, speed, power, endurance, and also play with the mind to be aggressive, don't let somebody come there and try to push you off the puck or trying to intimidate you and stuff like that. See, it doesn't work that way. This is my court. I'm in charge, and that's the way I try to teach them. Mind strong.
Which makes sense
Good.
because if your mind says no, then your body's like, okay.
Yeah, I'll leave it right now.
Once you start getting any fear in your mind, then the energy starts to leave your body. That's a sign of a downfall. But if there's something you have to train your mind to ignore this kind of situation so your body will work together as a unit. And that's the reason why I was so good in my career. Then I do a lot of meditation also to prepare myself against Carl Lewis, because you never know when it's coming or when it's ready. So you have to be always ready for him because he's coming, you know.
Right. What goes through your mind when you're running that fast? Like, what are you thinking about when you're running?
Where's the finish line?
We don't want to be on good as mine.
I'm serious. I said, where's the
So-
finish line? Because
So when you're in Seoul,
my greatest fear was not to lose. That's my greatest fear. So I trained so hard. I pushed my body beyond restricted limits, not to fail. Because when I was in Centennial College doing mechanic, I didn't want to go to school. I couldn't myself going to work at 5 o'clock in the morning, coming at 3 o'clock in the evening, with like greasy hands and greasy clothes. I didn't want that kind of lifestyle. So I put my head in one basket. Hopefully it doesn't break. And that's why I have to train so hard to make sure that I become successful. That was my greatest fear, not to fail.
so when you're running in Seoul and you see that finish line and you put up your hand, was that because like I made it or because I won?
I put up my hand because when the clock said 9 seconds flat, I decided to turn around because I was confident that I was ahead. And at 9 seconds flat, you're not supposed to be there at 9 seconds flat. It's inhuman impossible to be there at 9 seconds. So that's why I turned myself around and look at that American.
That American whose name shall not be spoken.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you're be there at 9 seconds flat, I'm gonna panic. It's impossible for someone to be there at 9 seconds. Can't.
So what you're saying to me is 9.79 is not even the true number of what you ran at that time.
No, I could run faster than that.
Lot of mercy.
but I didn't get the opportunity.
And now I see why they came for you.
Yeah,
Because it took what, 10 years, 11 years for someone to even touch that number?
yeah, something like that.
So faster track and all of that comes into play.
But when I was gone, everybody said, Ben Chance is gone. Now we have an opportunity now.
When the lion's away.
Yeah.
I get it. Delightful says, Ben, what was the cheetah drink situation?
Well, that was a mistake. I do believe that because I was very long time out of the media, almost like 5, 6 years. I look it through. I think about it for a few days, and then decide to do it. People look at it on a wrong way because it rhymes with what happened in my career. But to me, I run like a panther, like a cheetah, whatever you want to call it. And that's the way I seen it. But they do a twist on it to say that cheetah because I take performance. Well, this is just a level playing field. And the people and the audience listening has to understand this. This game is not as clean as you think it is. Okay?
Gotcha. I gotcha.
But this
And
is one
yeah,
of okay, go ahead.
no, it's okay.
No, but this is one of my mistake in my life I did. But never again.
Yeah, I was like, I looked at it like Ben's just having a moment.
I was making fun of it too, and the media was coming down and saying, "Are you making fun of this? Are you serious?" And I said, just leave me alone. They don't like that at
Just
all.
Low Mimit McGuan. Sweet Boy Shada says, so proud of Ben and all he has done for athletics. Keep doing what you do. And what? Holding your own. Sorry, my eyes are really wonky. We'll be looking out for the clothing line.
Yes.
Yes, we will.
Yeah, Ben, like you don't even have to send me nothing. Just tell me where I can buy it.
Oh,
We'll endorse it on the show.
yeah,
100%. Yeah. Yeah, you have to come back and talk about it. You have to come back and talk about it when you get cleared. So why we have a couple dates.
yeah, yes. Because what they were saying to me many years ago, you in my discotheque now, I do what I want, and you can do anything about it. So now I'm in my own discotheque. Now I can do whatever I want, and nobody can do anything. And that's the reason why I want to bring it back and say, you see, you guys trying to shut me down all these years, and I could come back and be successful.
Yes.
That's what it is.
It's gonna burn them. But that's good. They
They
deserve
don't.
it.
They don't like it. I'm still here. They want me dead and gone like yesterday.
Wow.
They don't like it at all. I'm telling you.
Just be careful where you eat,
This
okay?
this guy, they're saying that this guy won't go away at all. Keep coming back.
The cat that came back the next day. He's the panther that came back the next day.
Like the Energizer Bunny can't die.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't die.
No, once everything is finished and I get what I want, then I go back to Jamaica, my beautiful island, and just relax and enjoy myself.
Yeah.
Keep a low profile.
Yes. Well, we'll
That
be
sounds
there.
good.
Because the three of us
Yes.
plan on retiring there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Which parish?
we
Which
can link
parish
up.
are you in, Ben?
I'm one of the best city in Jamaica, man. Falmouth.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Little small town, but very powerful.
Yes.
Yes. Isn't that where they have the Blue Lagoon,
dock?
I think?
The Blue Lagoon?
Where the water where you agitate the water and it turns blue, like it like electric blue. I think that's
Oh,
where
it
it is.
sparkles at night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's my area.
That's your area.
You go take a
see?
boat. You go out there in the middle of the night, and everything's
Yeah.
light up.
Yeah, I did it.
You know that Falmouth.
2021.
You know that Falmouth is the oldest city in the Caribbean.
Really?
Falmouth is the
Really?
more Yes, Falmouth is the
Oh.
most layout town in the Caribbean.
Oh.
Oh wow.
When the ship came in
Yeah.
from Ghana, the Black Star liner, where do you think it comes from? Right in Falmouth.
What? Not
Oh,
in
I
Falmouth.
know some chicks
So there's a
Port
lot of
Royal.
great sprinters
I thought it
didn't
was
have the
Port
opportunity
Royal, you know.
like I
Really?
have. Uh,
Mm.
we know that we have some great sprinters come from Trelawney, but the
Mm-hmm.
spring factory of
Yeah.
Jamaica is right in Falmouth.
Oh wow. What were you
Yeah.
saying, Tenor One?
Oh no, I thought the oldest city there in Jamaica I thought it was Port Royal. I didn't know it was Falmouth.
Falmouth, man.
Ah.
You have to learn, Tenor One. You have to learn.
I
Yeah.
guess
What, dear
we
man?
don't think anyone is as old as he is now.
No, Tenor One is he's old, but you know
Not
the
1900
brain.
anymore. Maybe like 1930.
Another story.
We say
You know,
that Tenor One was born in like
remember, you
1912.
know, when me say when Ben was running out round back in the 80s, at time I was like crossing
Anyone, we know you're a
the line to
vampire.
go to school, you know.
Please, you're a vampire.
Grade
Stop it.
3.
That's why.
Grade 3.
Or whatever. But you had already drank somebody's blood and became young after.
Yeah, that's what it was. We're
All
on
right,
to you,
Rudy Jack
Anyone.
says, great hearing things in your own words, Ben. Thank you for being so open and honest and a great example of perseverance.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, this was, I have to say, this was my best interview. Absolutely.
Well.
Thank you for letting me chase you for 2 years.
You finally catch him.
You only catch me because I retired.
Tired? I lie, yeah, tell.
He's like, why good as you'd still be running?
Because I run no more.
Well, you're tired now, so you just have to stop. I bet you didn't even stop. You just catch your breath, and I just.
Yeah, his foot did burn him.
Let me tell you something,
So
Ben.
you
You
just
put a
stop.
plate. You put a plate of rice and peas and some chicken at the finish line, and she'll give you a run for your
Yes.
money.
That's right.
That's
right.
what's on her mind when she's running.
You know?
This is rice and peas and chicken. Oh, they're doing it so bad.
But it's true.
But big and serious Ben, Big Ben, world's fastest man, without the asterisk. Okay.
Yes. Who put
doing
Canada
what
on
you
the
do.
map?
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
indeed.
and be blessed, and keep allowing Jesus to carry you.
Yes.
But we'll talk again.
Okay.
Oh,
Definitely.
actually, before I let you go, where are you going to show up next so that I can get this autographed?
You have to let me know where you are. I will come and sign it for you.
Oh my gosh, I'll
Oh
think.
my goodness. Good as if you
Yeah, may I
get
bring
bullied.
my copy come to Angie Gooda so it can get signed. You know, the funny thing is, you know, I had a picture when Ben, I tell you, say Ben inspired enough of us. No, I had a picture when Ben came back to the neighborhood with the sports car. I had a Polaroid camera. So watch me itch up beside Ben's red Ferrari, and I had a picture. I can't find it.
You lose it. Why? You see? 10-1 have no sense, man.
Imagine how good as
Me lose after your 10-1. Sure.
Oh my god!
All right,
Yeah,
I
fine.
will.
So
I will link up with you. I guess I have to wait till I get my co-host stuff for you to sign their things as well.
Okay.
But I'm honored.
See, even Delightful
Um,
remembers.
Yeah, Delightful says that was madness when Ben came with the car.
Yeah, man.
Okay, Ben, I have to ask you this as a car girl. Was that car automatic or standard?
I'm standard.
that's funny. I thought you were
love
gonna ask
you more.
something else. I thought you were gonna ask him if he named his car.
Of course he named his car. You named your car, didn't you?
Eh?
Did you name your car?
Yeah, it was Ben 979.
Ben 979. You see?
See that?
A true car people know. We name our vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
All right. I feel so happy. Thank you for this opportunity. And we'll talk soon.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Blessings.
you. All right. Bless.
Have a blessed one.
All right.
Sizzler.
Hey.
They can't keep a good man down. Always keep a smile when they want me to frown.
I'm going to open my wine now.
Keep the
I earned
vibes
it.